Okay, so where are we? Here we talk about our use state. Okay, how we create the states basically in React component. Okay, so here as I told you, first we have to. This is the syntax of creating a use state. Okay, or you say states in functional component basically. Okay, first we have to write the const or let keyword, then square bracket, and in the square bracket we have to write the name of the state, and then we have to write the set statement here. Okay, and after that we have to write this use state here, and in this use state a bracket is there. Okay, in which we have to give the initial value of our states. Okay, for example, if I write here something like car. Okay, for example. Okay, so car is going in this data, right? This data state. Okay, so this is the initial value of data state. Okay, means data hold a value name is car here. Okay, so if I go again, if I try to show you, so it will print us car there. Okay, because the data this data is now this state. Okay, this data is now this state. Okay, this data is the state. Okay, so here we go. Now you see that the car is there. Okay, because this is the initial value. Okay, but now I want that in a click of a button I want to change that value from car to bike. Okay, for example. Okay, I want to change the value of that data from car to bike in a click of a button only. Okay, so as we know, in a click of a button this function will be executed. Okay, so here we have to write the okay. So one more thing, if whenever we want to update the state, okay, whenever we want to update the state, okay, in function component when we use the use state. Okay, so whenever we want to update the state we have to take the help of that set statement. Okay, because this set statement is used, one more time I tell you, this is very important. Set statement is used to update the value, or you say update the state basically. Okay, update the state, this is the state here. Okay, so I want that now the data value of data should change from car to bike. Okay, so I did not have to write like this, like data equal to bike. Okay, no, this is not a correct thing. Okay, we have to take the help of this set statement. Okay, like set data. Okay, set data, and inside set data I have to write the bracket there. Okay, and inside this bracket basically we have to write the name of new value. Okay, name of new value that will be basically inserted into this, or you stored in this state basically. Okay, now the value is set data bike. Okay, means now the in a click of button it will show the initial value first car, and when I click of a button this function is executed and the bike will be appeared. Okay, I will tell you one more time. When the set data time run, no, okay, whatever it's written inside this set data, okay, it will directly go to this state basically. Okay, and replace the older value with that new value. Okay, replace the older value with that new value. Okay, so if I go again and try to show you, reload it, and if I click on button, now you see that now it will change. Okay, now the JSX part is also updated. Okay, so this is the main reason we use states in React. Okay, so if any confusion, anything, so please ask till now.
Clear, clear.
Clear, sir.
Okay, so this is the states basically. Okay, so we see an example. Okay, how we create the states basically. Means we see a simple example. For example, we have to create a counter. Okay, okay, so all of you help me. Okay, I okay, so how can we create it? Can anyone tell me? Like we start from starting. If we want to create a state, means a counter, so what we have to do? You know, all of you know what is counter? No,
Mm.
you know about counter? What is counter? Hello.
Yeah.
If you know, say yes. If you don't know, say no.
No,
This is
sir.
very easy, right? Okay, so tell me now. Okay, so we have to create counter. Basically, counter is like there is a number present. Okay, in between. Okay, and we have two button, plus and minus. Okay, when we click on the plus button, okay, so the value should be incremented by 1. Okay, like means there is a zero value in starting value, and if you click on a button, the value should be incremented from 1, from 0 to 1, means the value should be now, should be 1 now. Okay, when I again click on plus button, it will be again incremented by 1. Now the value should be 2. Okay, but there is a minus button also. Okay, but if I click on that minus button, the value should be decremented by 1. Okay, means if I there is a value 2 there. Okay, and if I click on a button, the value change from 2 to 1. Okay, right? Understand?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So we have to create that type of basically a counter here. Okay, so understand. So is there any guess what we have to do first for creating that type of app basically, or you say task basically? Yeah.
I think we want the buttons for clicking
Yes, we
plus
want.
and minus.
Yeah. First of all, we want two buttons, right?
Yeah.
We want two. We have to create two buttons there. Okay. One for addition, right? Add. Second, sorry. Second one is for the
Minus.
decrement, right?
Yeah.
Increment and decrement. We have to create two buttons. Okay. So we have to create two buttons. Okay. And in this button, like if I show you something like I write only plus there. Okay.
Okay.
And I just create one more button. In this, I will show you a sign of minus here. Okay. So I just create two buttons. Okay. Then next step. What we have to do now?
Functions.
Sorry. Don't hesitate. If you have anything in mind, na, so say clearly. Okay. Don't worry about anything. In starting, everyone
On
say
click
wrong thing. Okay.
events.
So don't worry about that. What?
On click. We want to write the two functions for that.
Yes. Very, very good. Very good. We have to write. We have to see. We have to apply on click events, right? Because in a click of button we have to change the value, right? Okay, so on click is very important. Okay, in both of the button. Okay, because in a click of button we want to do some action. Okay, so for that we have to create some events, click event here. Okay, then what we have to do, create two functions, right?
Yes, sir.
So our first function name is basically I give like inc for increment. Okay,
Okay.
and dec for decrement. Okay, do give anything that you want. Okay, this is not compulsory that you have to give those functions name only. Okay, right? So here we have to create functions, right? Inc, okay, and then dec also. Okay, okay. Then next, now this is the most important part. If you basically are successful to tell me that point, so I think this is very good. Okay, that you understand very well. Today talks. Tarun, any idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, on
Any
click.
idea what
On click.
on click already did?
Okay. We use JSON
Any other
here.
idea? Sorry?
JSON.
I'm not able to hear you clearly. Can you bit louder?
Like, do we use JSON here, like 10 plus 2 operators, and show the result?
No. Why we use
I
here?
think
You say in button. No. This is not a good correct approach. Yeah.
we want to create a variable, sir, so that we can increment that variable.
Yeah. But variables we did not use here, right?
So that's why we use the states.
State.
State.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Very good. Right. So we have to create states here. Okay.
Yeah.
So as we know how we create the states, we create like this const like data, and then we have to write the set statement, set data, and then we have to write use state, right?
Yeah.
Use state, and here we have to give the initial. Okay, so here we give the initial value 0 here. Okay,
Okay.
right? Okay, means our counting start with the 0. Okay, whatever. So next 70% part is completed. Only you have to write 3 lines only. Okay, 3 lines are left only. Okay,
In the
just
increment
think where we have
function,
to write 3 lines. Yeah, in function, but yeah,
set data, we want to increment the set data.
yes.
Can we use the operator, sir, in that?
Plus operator, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
okay.
good. So for updating the set, we have to write the set data here, right? We have to update the value of data, right? Data state.
Yes, sir.
We have to write set data here also, and we have to use set data here also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but what we have to write here inside this is the most hardest part to guess. Okay, to guess basically in this whole program. That what we have to write in this set data, that data value should be incremented again and again and again. Because we did not write anything till now, that it will incremented by 1 only, right? We have to write something, a line like a code line like this, that it will increment by 1 only. In a click of button, it will increment by 1 only, or it will decrement by 1 only. Okay, so how can we write this thing?
I think data plus one.
Think, yeah, right, very good. Data plus 1, we have to write like data plus 1 if we want to increment the value of the data. Okay, and here in this we have to write data minus 1. Okay,
Okay.
data minus 1 and data plus 1, and then we have to print that data also. Okay, here like for example in h1, if I print it, and data is a basically state, so we have to write like this. Okay, so if I go and again explain you basically, I think so. Okay, it will run. Yeah. Okay, now if I go here again, so now you see that there are 2 buttons there. Okay, plus and minus, and there is a starting value, the initial value of the data. Okay, that I give in the state, the 0 that I give, so that's why it will give us 0 as a result. Okay, so now if I click on that button, that increment button plus, okay, and as we know, in click of button, this increment function will be executed. Okay, and whatever written inside this function will be executed really basically. Okay, so here we write what we write in this line: set data plus 1, and as we know, set statement is used to update the state value. Okay, update the state value basically. Okay, so now as we know, in starting time, data have 0 initial value. Okay, and now I want that in a click of button, the value should be incremented by 1, means it will be converted from 0 to 1. Okay, right? So what I want, I did not write directly 1 here. Okay, because now that it will write 1 here, but again if I click it, then it will not increment it. Okay, so here I write here data plus 1 is there. Okay, because the current value of the data is incremented by 1 always whenever I click on that button. Okay, and whenever I click on that button, that whole function will executed, and the current value, the whatever value is present in the data, is incremented by 1. Okay, so same here in decrement also, whatever value is present in the data, it will decrement by 1 whenever I click on that minus button, right? Okay, so if I go and see you, so you basically, so now you see that in click button the value will be changed 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, when I click on minus button, it will be decremented -1 -3. Okay, so like this. Okay, so this is basically your counter app. Okay, and this is very basically best, or you say best practice, a small minor project. Okay, you say that. Okay, to understand the use state basically. Okay, so if you have any type of doubt till now, so please ask.